Hey, what's up? This is Laidback Luke, DJ and producer, Kung Fu athlete, dedicated dad. I have a new track out soon and I'm super excited to premiere it right here in this vlog for you.
Up and down, right below, keep on moving, don't be slow. Up and down.
And I'm not only premiering it, I'm actually diving into the track to make sure that you see what I've done to it and maybe you could pick up on a lot of things that I do on a regular. Now I'm going to be throwing a lot of producer terms around. I actually made a vlog about the producer ABC, so if you don't get what I'm saying, make sure to check the description below and watch that vlog to see what I mean. And so without further ado, let's dive into this producer tutorial right now.
Keep on rocking, rocking, down, keep on moving, moving.
So Team Unity did an awesome job. They sent me this amazing sounding demo.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go.
And what I always look for in a collab is something that I really like that I can use and that I can take to another level. And I think I nailed it on this track, and I actually made it a twisted house track, and it currently sounds like this.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go.
How I did this exactly, I am excited to take you into the project. I'm exactly going to show you what I added. I'm exactly going to show you how to make that twisted house bleep. And I'll touch base on the final mastering of the track as well. Let's go in. Wait, so if you like what you're hearing already, make sure to check my collaboration with the Chinese Mixmash family member Unity out next Friday, December 13, when it comes out. Make sure to hit play and add it to your playlist. I shall be adding links onto my socials so you can click on that by next week. And I'm so excited for this to come out, and I'm super happy I could share this with you today. Let's dive deep into this producer tutorial right now. Okay, so we're gonna dive into my Ableton setup right here, and first of all, we're gonna see what I added to the track.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go.
And as you could hear, the track was pretty much complete when I got it. I took it to the next level. That extra sauce, so to say, that it would take the track from being like a cool track, like a good track, to a track that would really stand out. Now what I actually added were not many things, kind of, you know, just details, like for instance here, this little white noise just right on the drop. We're listening to the intro beats right now. So when we go into the first break, you can hear the little lead and a little clap added in the break.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go. We gonna make the thing go. We gonna make the thing, make the thing. Don't
Let me just double check if the vocal. So this is the original vocal. The vocal was there already, but what I added to the vocal was this whole chain right here. A little long reverb. Straight after that, a very short reverb. Some chorus. Some glue and EQ, and this EQ right here. So if I solo out the vocal, this is what it sounded like in the original demo.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go. Go.
So it was quite dry, and so I added all of this stuff in here, and then it sounded like this.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go.
So a little bit more epic, a little bit more radio, a little bit clearer, a little bit thicker. Added a little easy clap in the breakdown. And this lead is a rendition of the lead, the main bleep. And I'm excited because right after this, I'm going to explain the full bleep to you. The bleep that makes that twisted house type of sound. I'm excited to explain that to you all right now. Just the things that I added. This is basically the lead melody, the bleep. But I added this short HI3 stab from, it's from House Improvements, a sample pack. Sounds like this. So obviously I added some chorus and EQ, and this is the Ozone 9's exciter on it, an imager and some dynamics. So I did quite a bit on it. I can let you hear the clean sound to that. So now turning everything off, and it's So this was the original little short stab, and now it sounds like that. And we'll get back to this when I explain the full bleep to you. But over here in the controls I have some portamento going on that's doing some glide stuff, and some automated transposing as well going on over here. Okay, so that's in the first breakdown. So the first breakdown is only 8 bars long, and we'll dive into the drop straight away. Straight from the vocal right here.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go.
So obviously I love those twisted house bleeps, and this one sounds very thick. We'll get to that in the next section, but there's an added little ah. So over the last decade I've added those little ah moments to my tracks. For instance, in the collaboration I made back in the day with Steve Angelo B. Something similar is going on in there as well. So this is just a little sample that's been looped. And let me just let you hear what the original, I'm just gonna copy this, what the original sample was. The original sample was, I'm just gonna take it out of the loop here. And it was,
Bring out the love. Bring out the love.
so obviously it's crushed by the Camel Crusher, and I added some chorus, some extra reverb, some LFO as well to make sure it ducks for the kick drum. But I took this little section here and I looped that, looping it right here, putting some extra fade on here so that it's equal all the time, and then you end up with this. Obviously it's higher pitched. There we go. So that's on there. Little white noise is on there. And then all the rest of the stabs and the bass sound is from Team Unity, so shout out for that, because they did an amazing job on that. But speaking of shout outs, here's a shout out to the comments from last time's vlog, my In My Mindset live from HQ2 in Atlantic City. The number 2 comment was Blind Icon, and the number 1 comment was Valkev. Saw some amazing discussions going on and some amazing comments. Thank you everyone for chiming in. I'll definitely keep those In My Mind vlogs going, and don't worry, right now let's go back to the producer vlog and see what Unity did in terms of bassline. There's a ton going on there, awesome stuff. And in the next section, the lead goes, I guess, an octave lower. Yeah. I added the EQ a little bit on there because it didn't sound fully right if I would just take it from this track. So I changed that a little bit, added an extra hi-hat over here as well. And then the next section, the lead is back to how it was. The hi-hat remains. What else? This little high stabby over here, which takes it into the second break. So in the second break, I just want to have your attention on this little rock clappy thing going on here, which a few years ago I was planning on making a Laidback Luke sample pack. This never went through, but I'm still using some elements of that. So if you want to see a Laidback Luke sample pack one day, maybe give me a thumbs up or a like right now, or put it in the comments so we can actually make this happen one day. So some live rocky clap there.
Don't stop, we gon' make the thing, we gon' make the thing, we gon' make the thing.
And then in the second drop, it's pretty much the same elements I added. So this means I'm taking you into the good news and is to explain to you how I made that twisted house bleep.
Don't stop, we gon' make the thing go.
The Okay, so the twisted house lead, or bleep as I like calling them, the crazy sounds that that make that twisted house sound. So we're right here in the silent synth. The actual lead sounds like this. That's it. Very simple. And so what we have in the oscillators is a saw wave right here. I've put the voices on 3 and I added a little bit of detune in here. What the detune does is taking it from sounding like this to adding a little bit of a chorus type of effect there. And so you heard there's a kind of like a wah thing going on over there. It's because I've modulated the cutoff of the sound to the filter. So this is the initial stance of the filter. And because I altered the attack and the decay on it, the filter will open up and close immediately, giving it that little wah sound. So if I turn this off, you can hear no effect. Whoa, actually, that sounds very boring, right? And so if I open this up fully, it'll do all of this to the sound. And all of a sudden, it's there. Now there's some distortion on there as well. I chose the decimate, giving it that little bit of a 8-bit crunch. Not a lot of amount, because it'll seriously sound 8-bit if I open this one up. Yeah, it'll totally crush it. So it's just a little bit. And then over here I have the Ozone 9 working, but just only for the image, just for the stereo width here. Some added reverb, a saturator, blasting it through the OTT as well. Let's see how it sounds if I turn this off. Not bad. This will just give it that extra little sparkle. Some added chorus once more, EQing it. And then over here, there's an exciter. So let's bypass this. And so for even more shine and a little bit of added harmonics on the high ends. Now this sounds a little bit ordinary to me. It sounds awesome, but a little bit ordinary, and I wanted to do something extra with it. So I dumped it into a simpler. Okay, so hold up, wait a minute. Let me exactly explain what dumping it in the simpler exactly means. Okay, so first I want to make this lead into an audio file, which I'm gonna use. I'm gonna freeze this channel right here. So you just right click on the channel and then you say freeze track. This might take a little bit, but here it is. So it's frozen the track now. And what I do is I press Command T. I make a new audio track. And then I just simply grab and hold Option. So I copy this over, and look, the bleep is right here. And it's an audio file now. There it is. So I could cut this, make this really tight here, and Command J, making it its own sample. And so in this way you can use it as a sample within the simpler. And within the simpler I added some warp in there. So I stretched the sound out a little bit, make it sound a little bit more alien. And actually over here as well, I added some filter modulation as well, taking some attack off the sound. And now this thing, the portamento over here, putting it to 1.6 seconds, will actually add that little extra in the pitch modulation. So whenever I hold down one key and add the other key, it sounds a little bit weird now, but I hold down one key. Actually, you see it over here, right in the piano roll. When you hold down one key and you add the other key, when you have these settings on the portamento, it gives it that extra little edge. But I've drawn out the transpose as well, which is only at the start of certain notes where you can hear the little pitch going zero. It's that little a little bit of extra going on there. And so, yeah, over here as well. But this time I take it from -12 to 0 over here, and it sounds like this. Getting crazy like that. And so there's the lower one. See if I put this in here. It misses that that nice little shine it has on the 0 transpose. So I added that out here in the EQ. Oh, well, over here. Pretty obvious, right? Has that same shine. And so that concludes that Twisted House lead. Up next is going to be the mastering of the track.
Don't stop, we gonna make the thing go.
I'm very happy to say I club tested my new track and it sounds amazing on the various club systems. The reason for this is because I referenced it to my collaboration with Pyrodox. It's literally the only reference I used. And the reason why I'm using this track is because in all of the decades I've been producing, this is the biggest sounding track on any and every system I come across. So Keep On Rocking has been the best sounding track of my shows. And speaking of shows, I'm right in the middle of a busy touring weekend. It was only last night I had the Avicii tribute in a stadium in Stockholm with 60,000 people, both goosebumps and, you know, heavy times. I was crying behind the DJ booth. At the same time, tonight, December 6th, I'll be playing in New York City at Marquee. The next night, December 7th, I'll be playing at Temple in Denver. And rounding off the weekend on December 8th, on the Sunday at Concrete Cowboy in Houston, Texas. So if I'm close by, make sure to catch me at one of these shows, and so you can hear how incredible Keep On Rocking sounds on any club system I play. And it's incredible. All shout outs go to Pyrodox because he showed me how to do this, and we actually made a vlog about this as well. You can check out the vlog in the description below. And thanks to him, I'm mastering this fat right now, and I'm excited to show you how I did that on my collaboration with Unity. So what I always do is just take the drop of the track and take the drop of the reference track. So this is Keep On Rocking, obviously. And then I can compare it. So mind you, there's no plugins on my master. Actually, all the outputs over here, let me put the outputs on. All the outputs of all the tracks in my track go out to the pre-master. And the pre-master is right here, and it has that master chain going on. So this way I can compare my track with great sounding tracks and tweak it on the fly. Again, so here's Keep On Rocking. And here's my collab with Unity. And man, I'm so happy it sounds so similar. But one of the reasons as well is, and I need to give a shout out to Ozone 9 for their match EQ. Obviously you can listen out and tweak everything, and I used to always do this in the past, but now I just literally captured the EQ of Keep On Rocking and I saved it over here. And I went into my pre-master, and there's a match EQ right here. And this right here is the EQ of my Unity collab. This one is the Pyrodox collab. And this one is Ozone 9, evening everything out, making it sound pretty much alike. There's only 14% of this going on right here for them to sound equal. I did that by ear. So there's still moments you'll actually need to go back and forth and to fix the EQ by ear. You can't blindly follow this. Obviously you see that over here as well. I took out a little bit of bass frequencies after the match EQ. Added a little bit more mid-high over here, and just a little less on the high-end EQ. Sausage fattener for the end limiting. I even have it on 2 dBs right here. Nice and loud, so it comes close to the Keep On Rocking collab. So over here, the first plugin on my master chain is the Ozone 9. Not doing a whole lot with it other than just a little bit of multi-band compression per the vlog with Pyrodox. Not doing anything in low end focus, master rebalance. A little bit of exciting here. I always love taking the dual triode mode. Just a little bit on the mid-high frequencies. Not even doing anything with the imager. And the maximizer is on a -10 dB. And this per the Pyrodox vlog I have on -1 dB. And that's it. The track is sounding fat. It's been rocking my dance floors. I hope you'll get to experience it on the dance floors as well. And if not, I hope it's a good reference for you and your producing. And if it is, make sure to give me that like right now. Needless to say, when you get a lot of these stems in from a collaboration, you still need to properly match the volumes. Go into every channel in the stems and make sure you EQ it correctly, or EQ it according to your taste. At least that's what I did with the track. So I didn't show you that much. I made vlogs about this back in the day as well, but this definitely adds that signature character that your ears have, that you stand for, into the track. Okay, I'm super excited for next time's vlog because I can't believe it. We're already at the end of the year. It will be the end of the year roundup. Incredible highlights. It was another crazy year, I must say. I'm excited to round it up with you. It will be a vlog about the highlights. It's going to be the Avicii tribute in there as well, which was incredible. And so make sure you hit that subscribe button right now to not miss out. And I'm excited to see you on the next vlog. Until then, L's up, rave safely, and salute.